Hello, everybody. Welcome into Talking Fitchburg on this Monday, April 25th, 2022. I'm Jeremy Crosby. Hope you had a great day. Glad you're tuning in with us here for Talking Fitchburg. And it was a nice weekend out there. Hope you got outside and enjoyed those warm temperatures. It was a busy weekend as well for events happening, and we got a lot of that to recap for you. The Waterway cleanups were over the weekend, and Fitchburg Historical Society held their annual meeting at Promega on Sunday. Was out there on Sunday, had a few people out there, and a great presentation from Penny from Promega. We'll take you out and show you some of the highlights of that meeting coming up on today's show. Plus, we have the big week coming up here for Town of Madison Attachment. We'll have our first open house coming up on Thursday. We'll have the details for that and talk with the mayor coming up. So a lot to get to here on a Monday, that is for sure. So let's kick it off here. We start with our commission and committees openings. Check this out. If you are interested in being a part of this, we're still accepting applications for mayoral appointments to our committees and commissions. Residents that are interested in, you can register for all these, by the way. It's not limited to one. But Commission on Aging Well, CETA, Housing, Zoning Board of Appeals, Tree Advisory, and Library Board. You're encouraged to apply, and you can apply for more than one. You can't be on more than one, but you can apply for more than one. Actually, I don't even know that if that's true. You definitely can apply for all of them. I do know that. Go to our website, fitchburgwi.gov. Guess what? We'll share the link so you can get yourself signed up and help out. All the work gets done in these commission and committee meetings. So that's where you can help out and start learning and doing more with the city. Pretty cool stuff there. All right, turning our attention to the Town of Madison Get Acquainted meeting. It's happening this Thursday. Here's the details. Join the city of Fitchburg on Thursday, April 28th at 6:30 p.m. at the Courts Benefits Building, 2650 Novation Parkway for a public information and get acquainted meeting regarding the Town of Madison attachment. We'll have a short presentation followed by question and answers. Additionally, staff from the city departments will be on site to answer any questions that you may have about how the change will affect you. To view the city or the city's Town of Madison information page, go to our website, fitchburgwi.gov. Right there on the homepage, it says Town of Madison attachment, and then you can go directly to the site where there's Q&A information and so much more. We'll also be talking with the mayor coming up later here on Talking Fitchburg, talking about all of the stuff coming up related to this meeting and the attachment. Turning our attention to a couple of fun events coming up. First one is adult crafting. There's still time to register for this event. Adult crafting evening on Wednesday, April 27th at 6:30 p.m. Enjoy socializing with your fellow grown-ups at the library. This month is watercolor mugs. Oh boy, I love mugs, so I might have to stop in for this. Stop by the library meeting room to make your own mug. Supplies are limited and registration is required. Call the reference desk 608-729-1763 to register for this library event. Older Americans Month celebration is coming up. Get this on your calendar. Wednesday, May 18th. There'll be a celebration at the Fitchburg Senior Center. It starts with a photo at around 11:45 a.m. And then at noon, the mayor will have some comments along with lunch. And at 12:30, the Fitchburg Seniors will have a special performance. You need to RSVP for lunch and the program by Wednesday, May 4th. 270-4290 is where you can find that information. It's a fun event. And we'll look forward to being down there and highlighting our 90-year-olds that are part of Fitchburg. It's always a fun event for sure. Another fun event to tell you about is Kids Building Wisconsin. Get this on your calendar because it's coming up fast. This is happening on Saturday, May 14th, and it's at from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at McKee Farms Park. Kids Building Wisconsin is a fun, free event with a focus on getting kids interested in numerous exciting careers available in the construction industry. Sprinkled across the beautiful McKee Farms Park in Fitchburg, they'll have over 40 exhibits run by many of the construction industry professionals, organizations, and local trades. All exhibits are fun, interactive, and educational. As always, Kids Building Wisconsin is a free event. Kids Building Wisconsin 2022 will take place again on May 14th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Some of the activities include boom lift rides, build a toolbox, giant sand pit, big equipment, virtual reality, and so much more. When registering, make sure you select one ticket per person, including children. So you can register for this ahead, and it is a lot of fun. If you haven't been out there before, it is really cool to see. And I'm hoping to take my little one this year as well, because yeah, he loves all those things as much as Dad does. So it's probably both of us that are going to be out there, two big kids. So you can watch for us out there, and so much more. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, 21st annual Fitchburg Chamber Golf Outing is coming up fast. If you want to join the Chamber for this Chamber Golf Outing, it's presented by Oak Bank and Odessis on Monday, June 27th. Step away from the office and gather your coworkers and clients for this beautiful day at the Nakoma Golf Course. Shotgun start and scramble format starts at 11 a.m. Register includes green fees, cart rental, lunch, dinner, prizes, and 19th hole awards celebration. And of course, you can register through the Chamber's website, and they're also looking for people to sponsor holes as well. All right, that does it for our headlines. We're going to take a quick break. Coming up later in the show, we'll be talking about the weekend events, including that Waterway Cleanup and the Historical Society's annual meeting. Coming up next, we'll talk about this week's Town of Madison attachment and the big open house on the 28th. That's next. Stay tuned. You're watching Monday's edition of Talking Fitchburg.
It takes all of us to slow the spread of the coronavirus. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and stay home unless absolutely necessary. Use a delivery service for essential items like food and medicine. If you must make essential trips, stay 6 feet apart from other people. Wear a cloth face covering and wash your hands for at least 20 seconds as often as possible. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantori here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
Hey, boss. Okay.
I said I'm fine.
Me to bed, see you in the morning with the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it, and we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. Where you at? Underlay in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready!
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
All right, I'm here with the mayor of Fitchburg, Aaron Richardson. Aaron, thanks for joining me. We're going to be talking about the Town of Madison. Town of Madison attachment is what we call it. I call it This Is Your City. And we're welcoming everybody here to the city of Fitchburg. And Aaron, we're getting close to an open house that's coming up here at the end of this month. Tell folks what we're going to be doing at that open house.
Sure, it's Thursday, April 28th, 6:30 p.m. in the Courts Building. And we're going to have staff give a short presentation and then be available to answer any questions that people might have.
And as we're looking at this as a whole, we've been planning this for quite a while. So behind the scenes, staff have been working hard to get and answer the questions that, well, we don't know, because towns don't take over cities or cities don't take over towns. And so we're kind of writing the playbook at the same time.
Yeah, this is a very unique thing, and it's really something that we've been working on for years, trying to get all those questions answered, because there's a lot of questions. For example, there's an election that's going to happen shortly after the people in the town of Madison come to Fitchburg. What do we have to do so that people know where to vote? We want them to be able to vote.
It's true. Aaron, as people want to learn more and figure out, have those individual questions, what do we have set up so people can find those answers or where can they find help?
Really, our website is the best place to go. You can go in there, get all your questions answered. But you can also find contact information for myself, other elected officials, city staff. We'll be happy to answer any questions that someone might have. And so don't hesitate to reach out. happy to answer those questions at any time.
Let's put you on the spot here, Aaron. You're coming into Fitchburg. You're maybe not familiar with all the great stuff we have. What do you tell somebody that you're welcoming into our great city?
Well, I think that there's a lot of wonderful services that you have. When you think about Fitchburg, we've got great parks, great trail systems, but you also have things like a fantastic library, a senior center, we have a recreation program for all ages. All those things are open to you now that you're a City of Fitchburg resident.
And contacting your elected officials, we want to get people connected with their elected officials, but how would folks go about doing that or learning about who is representing their area?
Yeah, so our website has that information as well. The people that are in the town of Madison, they're coming to Fitchburg, are going to be in District 3, and so that's Jay Allen and Shannon Strassman. Their contact information is on our website. Mine is on there as well. Feel free to reach out to any one of us.
Aaron, as we work through this, we're going to have some other events coming up down the road. But after October 31st, it all comes in. We're not just stopping there, right? We want to continue to welcome people in. We know there's going to be lots of questions throughout. What's the reassurance that we can provide everybody to make sure, hey, we're going to be here for you?
That's something we've been planning for a long time. We've got things in our budget this year, adding more staff, adding more things like a plow truck. We have roads that we're going to have to plow now as Fitchburg, and so we have another truck that can go and make sure that we're plowing those roads over in that area. But even though there's an official move over date, before then, after then, don't ever hesitate to reach out. Things are going to come up that we just couldn't anticipate, and so when those things come up, let us know. Please reach out. That's so important.
Yeah, we are here for you. We have a lot of resources out there. And Aaron, I'm going to put you on the spot here. Communications, people who haven't been familiar with Fitchburg, we have a lot of different ways that we communicate. You mentioned the website, but what are some other resources that they're gaining that they maybe didn't have for communication to find out more about our city?
Well, I think one of my favorites is Fact TV.
That's why I put you on the spot, Aaron.
Yeah, I figured that was the right answer.
It's true.
But you can also sign up for email updates. There's an ability to sign up for the updates just for the town of Madison moving over to Fitchburg, but you can also get updates on a lot of different services on there. There's a whole list of things. Go on there and get those sent directly to you.
Fantastic, Aaron. As we wrap up, your final thoughts here about meeting people and welcoming in. I mean, as a mayor, it's pretty cool, right, that you're part of this historic move.
It is something that is really unique, and I'm really proud to be the mayor during this time. It's a very unique thing, really, throughout the entire state, to have a town completely dissolve like this. Cities do some annexations here and there, but this is such a unique thing. We've been talking to people on the state level, and they actually don't know the answers to some of the questions because this is such a unique thing. So it's something where, I've grown up here, 5th generation of my family live here in Fitchburg, and this has never happened. This is one of those really transformative moments, and so it's just a lot of pride that I'm able to be the mayor during this.
Awesome. Well, like I said, we have a lot of resources out there on our website, fitchburgwi.gov, right on the main page, Town of Madison attachment. Aaron's here to answer questions. We're looking forward to seeing everybody in the near future. And again, any questions, feel free to reach out. Aaron, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it. We'll see you on the other side.
Thank you very much. Just remember, this is your city.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps.
Did Pete saying mean things bother you?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
Brandon met a girl on a dating app. He finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving.
She must be a keeper.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills.
Next. We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg in the guest segment, and it's a weekend recap guest segment, easy for me to say. And this weekend we had some great events in Fitchburg, including the Waterway Cleanup and the Fitchburg Historical Society's annual meeting. We'll take you out to both of those, starting with the Waterway Cleanup. We can't thank the volunteers enough for helping out each and every year with this. We had a camera crew out there, and yeah, you're going to want to check this out. It's pretty cool.
Hi, I'm Gabriella Gerhardt. I'm one of the alders in the city of Fitchburg representing District 2, and we're here today out in Dunn's Marsh for our annual Waterway Cleanup. We try to get at least a half dozen out at each location, but we always are looking for more. So if you're interested, we do this every year. Lots of masks recently, bottles, unfortunately some doggy bags, toothbrushes, cups, bottles, all sorts of things.
One of the things that I don't know that I've noticed before, but so we're just, we're right by Red Arrow Pond, and between Red Arrow Pond and Apache Pond, I found like literally about 45 pet waste bags with small amounts of pet waste in them. So people are obviously throwing them from the sidewalk and or the gravel walking path. So, they are biodegradable. They're most of them are the ones from they're likely the ones from the pet waste station. But those should go in the trash bin by the pet waste station rather than in the wetland.
Yeah, month of April and May is always busy for the Resource Conservation Commission and for the Tree Advisory Board. We have the Spring Waterway Cleanup. Yesterday was Earth Day, so it's kind of an Earth Day activity. And then we have Arbor Day coming up. So next weekend, April 30th, 31st, there's going to be a whole bunch of tree planting events all around the region. There might be one in your neighborhood, so you should check with your local neighborhood leaders to see where those are. Also coming up in the month of May is something that has been termed No Mow May, Mow, M-O-W. It's basically we allow, as a city, cities around the region allow people not to mow their lawn over the course of the month of May. The reason why is because May is a really important time of year for pollinators to hatch and grow and help, make our environment the way it is, help us grow our food. So leaving that grass unmowed during that period of time really boosts the pollinator population. So Thursday, June 2nd at 5:30 p.m. in McGaw Park, we're going to have an event on invasive species. We're going to have a group there talking about what they look like and how we can deal with it in a personal way. The city also does invasive species cleanup as well. Going green is a very personal decision, but there's a lot of different ways to go green. So, reduce, reuse, recycle is always popular, and recycling is important, but reducing and reusing the things is actually the two parts of the equation that often gets forgotten. Buying things secondhand. There's Buy Nothing groups on Facebook that you can find in the region, which is where people give away things for free to each other instead of tossing them out. And then also energy consumption is a big part of going green. You're replacing your bulbs with LEDs, making sure you're turning on and off with the lights. Also water consumption, how much water is coming out of your faucets and your shower heads. MG&E has programs that help you transition your house into more green energy consumers. And then nowadays you see a lot of solar panels going up on rooftops, which I love to see. Things that you do often save you money. And I think that's something that is misunderstood or not as well understood as it can be. So, and it's true for both city operations and also for your personal home. On the city website, you can actually sign up for something called our Green News Blast. That is a great resource to get kind of a regular update about what's happening in the community. And also there's a recycling guide on the City of Fitchburg website, and it is the most extensive recycling guide you will have ever seen. Anything that you want to get rid of, it tells you how to do so and if it can be done. And then also we have an annual, or actually a biannual electronics confidential paper shredding and recycling event that happens in the spring and in the fall. We already had our spring one this year, but in the fall it's going to be in early November. And you can check out the dates on the city website. And then we always have a med drop. Old medications can be recycled at the police department. In the vestibule. You just bag up all your old medication in one single bag and drop it there, and it'll be safely disposed of. I really value our natural spaces. Fitchburg we're lucky, we have a lot of beautiful spaces, and all these waterways filter into some of the most beautiful places in the state of Wisconsin, like the Wabisa wetlands. And we want to make sure that we protect our natural resources, protect the wildlife that lives there especially, and then also just make it a beautiful place to be. You know, City of Fitchburg prides itself on being a green, environmentally friendly city. I'm certainly proud of that. I think a lot of our residents are proud of that. And I look forward to seeing residents kind of taking their own action and hopefully seeing them out here at future waterway cleanups or other events that are happening around the city.
All right, there you have it. Again, thank you to all the volunteers for helping us clean up the city's waterways. We appreciate it. There was a lot of cleanups happening all over Dane County. So thank you to everyone for that. All right, turning our attention to Sunday, the Fitchburg Historical Society had their annual spring meeting. It was at Promega, and talking about all the great things that Promega does. Every time I go there, I learn something new. And we have some of the highlights from that presentation for you right now.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here. It's very exciting that we can actually be here in person again. It's been a while, but it's great to see so many familiar faces.
It's been a difficult 2 years for us because of the pandemic. In 2020, we were essentially shut down. The library was closed, and our office was in the library, so we couldn't get to our library. Fortunately, we had access to all the information that we put on our website, and that's continued to be updated. So, but in 2021, again, when the library did open, but it didn't allow the use of its meeting rooms. So we decided to have our board meetings every other month by Zoom.
Penny Patterson serves as VP of Corporate Affairs and the Promega Board of Directors. She works with the Corporate Affairs team in corporate communications, community media, customer relations, strategic information, and philanthropic support. The outreach that she does for Promega to keep city leaders in the community up to speed has been second to none.
You always get the standard corporate highlights slide, don't you? Started in '78, so some of you were here before Promega for sure. The thing I'd just like to do is a shout out to the UW-Madison as well. That founding 1978 was Bill Linton, who was our CEO and founder. He was a pharmaceutical chemistry student at the time at the UW-Madison. And he came up with this idea to make tools for researchers who were working in molecular biology. And the particular tool he said he could make was an enzyme, something that cuts DNA. And that's as sciencey as we get. Don't worry, it won't go any further than that. But he said, you know, if I make this for you, then you don't have to make it for yourself, because that's what was happening. Scientists were fashioning a lot of their own tools before they were running their experiments. So Bill said, I can make you a pair of DNA scissors that'll work the same every time, and there won't be any variability. And so with that, he began to make tools. So you sell products to these people and they do some stuff, but really, what is it? What is it? What these things do are all across the board. We sell 4,000 different products, because this piece right here is a little representational of a cell. A single cell is crazy complicated. It has got incredible machinery in it, and researchers are constantly and chronically trying to learn more about how things work, what turns on, what turns off, what kills a cancer cell without hurting any other cells. Is a primary example. So there are a lot of tools that you need to use to understand what's happening inside of a cell. And more specifically, our tools, some of the things they do, primarily are, we said, purifying and amplifying, but purifying, being able to pull things out of a cell, being able to pull DNA out of a cell, pull mRNA out of a cell. RNA you heard a lot about during COVID. Pull the pieces out. Another thing they do is often they're watching, observing. We use something called bioluminescence technology based on the firefly, bioluminescent shrimp. It's a technology that replaced a lot of radioactive technologies, and it helps scientists see what's going on in a cell. Sometimes it helped them understand what happened after an experiment, but more and more they're able to watch real time. What's happening in life inside of a cell. I know, mind-blowing, right? And then analyzing, I'm sure this last image looks familiar to Alan. This is showing a DNA analysis. It's something, obviously, we talked about before, used in forensic study a lot. Overall, every once in a while we look at our impact in Wisconsin alone. Promega has about $1 billion impact in the state. And it's just an interesting thing as we do these assessments, taking a look at our vendors, about 50% of our vendors come within a 50-mile radius of Fitchburg. And that becomes meaningful for responsiveness, for relationship, and obviously for impact to local economy. I believe one of the board members had challenged Bill. He said, where's Promega going? What's going on with this? And what do you want to do next? And Bill, gave it some thought. And he said, really, the business is great, but what it's about are the people who make this business happen. Because as you can see, as science discovers, we keep following the discoveries and supporting those discoveries and growing with them. So to be able to say we're going to be about X would perhaps close the door to Y and Z and A. So we look at the people and how incredible they are and how they can imagine the unimaginable.
There you have it. We'll have the full presentation for the Fitchburg Historical Society's annual spring meeting up for you a little bit later here on Talking Fitchburg. All right, we're going to wrap up next with the end of the show. I know, so exciting. Stay tuned. That's next right here on Talking Fitchburg.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be blood. Next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life, but how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have prediabetes, a serious medical condition that puts you at high risk for type 2 diabetes. 1 in 3 American adults has prediabetes, but more than 80% don't know they have it. The good news is, prediabetes can be reversed, and for many people, healthy changes in their daily routine can make a big difference. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantori here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Wrapping up the show for the day, I want to thank Mayor Aaron Richardson for helping us out talking about the Town of Madison attachment. Again, this Thursday, it's going to be at 6:30 p.m., the 28th. I'm saying that all backwards, but just know that we'll be out there for you and be broadcasting that open house meeting right here on Fact TV. And of course, thank you to everybody who helped out this weekend with the Waterway Cleanup. And for those of you who turned out for the Fitchburg Historic, it was such a busy weekend. So much fun. All right, as you wrap up, remember you can stay connected with Fact TV. It's fast, fun, and free. That's all I got to say. Have a great day.